Oh yeah.
How you doing, everybody? This is episode 16. We are live. I have Jordan. I have Rob in the building. We're going to get into it. Y'all have anything to say, please?
Happy Thursday. Happy first. Welcome back to WNBA Day because we've been missing the WNBA for way too long.
Yep.
So looking forward to it and should be fun. It's gonna be a great night for the W and Friday night's gonna be slamming on Ion.
Glad to be
Amen.
here. Just glad to be here, man. Get to talk some hoops again with my two favorite people.
Amen. I appreciate that, Jordan. You know we
Aww.
appreciate you being on. I absolutely appreciate that. From other than that, we're gonna start with straight up. We're going into hot takes. I want to start first. My hot take is that Odyssey Sims was the Dallas Wings' second best player this season, and I believe that they are tanking. I believe right now the Dallas Wings are tanking. That's my hot take.
Well, that's I mean, Odyssey Sims, man. I mean, are they tanking? I mean, it's a common thing to do in Dallas, right? You know, when I guess when you tank in Dallas, it works. So, um, I mean that's I is but is that a hot take though? Is that a hot take though?
I think that's you
They're
can argue that's a
tanking.
hot
I
take.
think so.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
think
that they are. I don't think that they were trying to tank. I don't think they were trying to tank, but I think it's confirmed now. Rob, Jordan, y'all got hot takes.
my hot
My hot
take.
take
Go ahead, Jordan.
is my hot take is that Indiana Fever are going to make the second round of the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Is that a hot take? Because, well, here's the deal. Right now, they're in seventh place, right? So they need to get out of the seventh spot because they're going to run into the Connecticut Sun, and they're 0-3 against the Connecticut Sun this year. They're actually 1-9 against the Connecticut Sun, the Liberty, and who else? The number four Seattle. They're 1-9 combined against them, but they're 1-0 against the Minnesota Lynx. So if they can get in front of the Phoenix Mercury, and I think Indiana's going to come out hot for the second half of the season, they could match up with Minnesota, and if they could just skip those other three teams, you know, I could see it, man. It's best of three, so they could get two games off and make it to the second round. So
Rob,
that,
what you got?
My hot take is that the Las Vegas Aces are not going to win this year's WNBA championship. I think we're going to have a new championship winning
mm,
team, and
I
I said it
agree.
on I said it on one of our streams. I'm going to stand by it. I think it's the year of the Minnesota Lynx.
The
They just
Liberty.
look. I like the Liberty, but I think the Lynx have something to show
Oh,
for. I just like the tenacity out of that team, and Coach Reeve is kind of on a ID gaff mode right now. So I think she and Nafisa, Bridget, Kayla McBride, that whole squad, they've got something to prove in these final games of the season. What they only have they're 17-8, so that makes they have like what 15 more games to go. They're gonna come out slamming in these last 15 games.
That's funny that you brought up Asia Wilson because speaking of Asia Wilson, we're going to introduce a new segment. This segment is called Fact or Fiction. Fact or Fiction. So, my question now is Asia Wilson, fact or fiction, is having the greatest season in WNBA history. Is that fact or fiction?
I
Fact
think
or
that's
fiction?
fact. I think that's
Fact.
fact. Statistically, anyway. Statistically, anyway, it's just so interesting that the Aces are just 16-8 with all these dominant stats. You know,
Speaking of
Those are almost
stats,
NBA
Asia
numbers.
Wilson again. First
yeah,
player. These are Shaq
that's
like numbers.
crazy. That's
First
crazy.
player in WNBA to lead a team in points, rebounds, and blocks in a single season. 27-12, 2.9. Again,
That's
those are blocks.
insane. That's
This is what's
insane.
crazy. The
That's insane.
highest PER in league history, 35.62 per. This is Lauren Jackson, second highest. Asia Will. This she's playing at a peak no one has ever played at. No one has ever played at. So we played this game last week. Rob was there. Or, I'm sorry, Jordan was there.
I was
Or,
there.
I'm sorry, actually, Jordan played this game before. We'll play it. We'll have to play again. Yes, Rob was there. Yes,
I was
Rob was
there.
there. I knew I
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
crazy.
there.
I knew I wasn't crazy. Great. Actually, but yeah, we're not gonna have time for that today. But the fact is, we're talking about highest PER. Asia Wilson leads the league in it
That's
ever.
crazy. That's
It is
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy that she's doing this in her 7th year. And again, she can only get better. I mean, that's what's crazy about it. She can get better. Fact or fiction? Jonquel Jones, DeWanna Bonner, Ezzie Maglagor, Aaliyah Boston, and Brittany Griner are all better players than Angel Reese. Fact or fiction?
Oh man.
All of them?
Like
Well, I'd rather have Griner over Reese.
at the moment,
I
right?
kind of like I kind of like DeWanna Bonner the way she stretches the floor and her veteran presence. I'd rather have DeWanna Bonner than Angel Reese.
Man.
Man, I
So this is you saying this is
Is that
fact?
fact or fiction? But hey,
I think it's fiction. I think it's fiction.
that's fiction. That's so. Who would you say is better than Angel? Who is Angel Reese better than?
I would take Angel Reese over Ezzy, and I would take Angel Reese. Her and Aaliyah Boston are, man. We actually talked about this a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and Aaliyah Boston is ahead of her offensively, but personally, I mean, eye test wise, I like Angel Reese's energy, man. She's so much like springier, and her second jump and her anticipation is better. I'd rather have Angel Reese on my team than Aaliyah Boston, even though Aaliyah Boston, she finds so many ways to score around the hoop, and she has a really good first step too. But I mean, I'd rather have Angel Reese. What do you think, Rob?
Say that again. 6'8". We got 6'8" online.
Personally, you rather have Angel Reese before basketball. You rather have Aaliyah Boston. Because basketball wise, Aaliyah Boston clears Angel Reese.
Keep talking. You got to keep talking. That's for you to. We got to hear what you got to say.
Yes.
She's more of a control player. I feel overthinking just how so the only thing that Angel does better is read. And yeah,
So I'm gonna push back. I love me some Aaliyah Boston. So I'm gonna push back. I think Angel Reese though is a better player, and the reason why I brought up that question regarding all those players because I think Angel Reese is better than a lot of them, and all of them are ranked over Angel Reese in regarding the ESPN top 25 list. So all of them are ranked above Angel Reese, all of them, every single big that I mentioned. So I was like, so she's outside of You remember when I was saying, okay, she has a chance to make all WNBA. If you're telling me that there's 7 other bigs that she has to jump the line in front of, you know what I'm saying? That alone is kind of like, she got to jump the line in front of 7 bigs, which I don't personally think she should. I think she only should really have to compete with 4. Ezzy should be her only competition, and I think she is better than Jonquel personally. Say what you need to. I think right now, let me just preface all of this by saying this: Jonquel Jones is a great player. She's an all-star. She's been an MVP in the league. There's not a lot. If she were on her own team, she'd be putting up better numbers than her right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. Jonquel Jones is an amazing player.
Right.
Yeah, she plays for
Yeah.
Liberty. I'm saying right now, though, I would rather have Angel Reese than Jonquel Jones. That's what I'm saying. Right now. Right now.
Man, you tripping, bro.
They're both on the All-Star team. They're both on the All-Star team.
See her facial expression when gave her a pass. She gave her a look as if to say, pass like this, or she would make this pass like. I'm gonna say it like this. This is a favorite take, a favorite question. She should be a basketball player if she focuses on rebounds first.
Speaking of, go.
If she turns to a tennis round where she's not dependent on scoring, she depends on just getting rebounds, and she fixes her defense, she will be a Dennis Rodman, which we all know Dennis Rodman is a Hall of Famer.
Nah, I think she could be better. And that's funny that you say that because the next question I was going to ask is fact or fiction, Chennedy Carter or Angel Reese is their best player. So I'd rather just say that Chennedy Carter is the best player on the Chicago Sky.
Man, that's close too.
I'm going Reese. That's not even a question. For
Yeah, I'm
me,
going
it's
Reese as well.
But what were you going to say?
I think it's close, but I go with Reese. Yeah,
Reese.
I go with Reese. It's close, but I'd go with Reese.
We're upside.
I think it's Reese. Yeah, I think it's Reese. I think she's better than Dennis Rodman, truthfully. I think she's closer to 20 and 10. She's doing that almost in her rookie year. She's averaging 13 and almost 14 and 12 her rookie year.
I think her next step is to be like a.
I don't agree with Reese a little too high over. I disagree.
She was shooter. Used to look at him and say, "What the hell are you doing?" He shoot the three and actually make it. So, achieve in other ways. And that's what I'm saying. That if she turns into more of a defensive player and turns in more to a rebound and clean those boards out, be an enforcer, keep her longevity wise. Because I look at it when she gets the ball in the post, she doesn't look to kick the ball to anybody that's open. Somebody she will never see him because her only thing is to put the ball
back. Speaking of open, the shop is now open in Indiana because they have now been selected to host the next WNBA All-Star Game.
Yeah.
Fact or
That's
fiction?
awesome.
Fact or fiction? This is the best thing that could happen for the WNBA. Fact or fiction?
Absolute fact.
Really fact.
This is a
Well,
fact.
I mean,
This is a fact.
it's very good. Yeah.
Hold on. What are you saying? What are you saying?
It's a fact. Let's face it, folks. That Indianapolis. Oh, can you hear me? Hang on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a fact because Indianapolis is a sports city. First of all, we all know them from the Colts, from during the Peyton Manning years, and obviously it's greatly known for motorsports with the Indy 500, the Brickyard 400, and the sports car race that's going to be there in September. Oh yeah, let's not forget there's a certain team called the Indiana Fever who have the #1 pick from this year in Caitlin Clark, who is obviously one of the faces of women's basketball. I would say one of the faces of sports right now in America and maybe even the world after what you saw over in London and covering the Team USA efforts. Listen, this is an awesome effort, awesome situation because Gainbridge Fieldhouse is one of the most premier arenas right now in America. They have plenty of activation zones that they can do.
Good.
All the celebrities that's going to be out there is
Good.
going to be insane because you can cross over motorsports and football into women's basketball. And obviously, Caitlin's like alma mater in Iowa, they're going to probably show up to this game. So that's going to be like a mini Hawkeye reunion of sorts next year. So I love this because Caitlin called her shot right after the game happened. I think it was on I forget what platform it was on. I think it was on the WNBA social media platform. She's like, "Okay, that was great to do my first WNBA All-Star game, but y'all got to bring it to Indy. It's going to be a great party. So I hope y'all bring it next year because if it is, I'll be there."
I remember that.
So I love it. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Jordan, I'm going to get Jordan. You can go up and you go after Jordan. What are you going to say?
Who, me?
Yeah. I thought you had something to say or no?
Well, I mean, I think it's great that they, I mean, listen, that All-Star game would not be in Indy without Caitlin Clark being drafted to the Fever. But I mean, it's wonderful, like the amount of ratings that she has brought to the sport, the eyeballs, the of her affecting the CBA. I mean, it's this is definitely the best choice for sure for the next location for the All-Star game.
Amen. Amen. I appreciate it. 6'8". What were you gonna say if you want you had something to say? Fact or fiction?
I would say to me it's kind of neutral because I'm just thinking about is it really helping the league or is it really helping? Is it really helping the? Is it really helping Indiana and Caitlin Clark's brand? Because I mean, I'm just looking at it as it's being it's more of a neutral thing than anything. Because I'm still not, I'm still trying to figure out with all that's going on with the WNBA how much collectively is the NBA actually getting better because of this particular season. So I look at it as it's going to be a beneficial thing for the Indiana Fever fans and the fans of Caitlin Clark. I actually thought maybe the All-Star game would be in Las Vegas before it would be in Indiana next year, only because of Asia Wilson and the campaign to get her notoriety out there because she is the best player in the league. So I thought maybe it would be in Vegas first, but in Indiana, it's going to be more of a Caitlin Clark show, more than benefit from her brand and the organization more than I think.
Speaking of shows, I have the question I have now is last question for fact or fiction. Marina Mabrey will have a better season with the Connecticut Sun than she did with the Chicago Sky. Fact or fiction?
Fact. Absolute fact. Because the fact,
Yeah.
I mean, she's gone to a much better situation. Not that Chicago's not a good team, but she's gone from driving a Ford Taurus to now having a Ford Mustang. So I think it's a great upgrade for her. She'll be an immediate contributor with that team, and she'll probably go have a deep playoff run with that squad. So yeah, it's a fact. What do you think, Jordan?
I think it's a fact. I mean, she stretches the floor, and that is so convertible to every single team. I think that she's gonna have. She'll probably have more open looks, but she's already a solid player. I think she's gonna. I think she's gonna be very successful for sure.
Amen. And I think just to say, I also think fact Marina Mabrey will have a great year this year. I think she's going to do great in the playoffs for the Connecticut Sun. I
Yeah.
think she's going to have the ability to stretch the floor, but Brianna Jones will get doubled in the paint. I think it'll help her have the ability to knock down timely shots. She'll also spell Janae.
Yeah.
I mean, we need offense off the bench. Kobe for the win put the WNBA playoffs might change fortunes forever. What you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What you mean by that, Kobe? Agree, Babs, agree with everything that we're saying. Yeah, I mean the Connecticut Sun, they're a great team, and I mean
they're a good team.
I think
for
that
sure.
they're gonna be the team to walk out the East, and I think Minnesota does have a chance to win, but I think Las Vegas is just too good. Truthfully, I just think they're too good, and I don't foresee them losing. I don't foresee Asia losing anything, especially after winning gold and then just getting reinvigorated to win again. I don't see that. I can't.
And didn't they say that Mabry had an issue with one of the players?
With Dejanay. I talked to Dejanay Carrington about it. The day after they got traded, I talked to Dejanay Carrington about this. She's excited. She's excited about having her as a teammate. And they've already talked about their issues in practice. I think about Pat Beverly and LeBron, and Pat Beverly and whatchamacallit, Westbrook, when they were teammates at one point, and they hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, Pat Bev got them hurt. So I think if they can kind of work it out, I think Mabry and Carrington, they've always had issues. They've always had issues on the court. But now, like she said, this is the player that they're on the team now. So it's like they're not gonna fight each other now. She's gonna go bug other people. She's not gonna bug Mabry. So. And I don't think it's gonna be an issue because Dejanay is kind of like solidified in her spot on the team versus like Marina, who kind of is just walking in and got traded. So it's like I think they're gonna fit in the roles like together. They will be tough together for sure. Yeah, I think they're gonna be really tough. Mostly everybody knows who wins the Super Bowl or NBA championship. WNBA might be joining that. Maybe this year. I don't know about after next year though. I don't know about after next year.
That's
It'll
not
be
a
a
hot
parity next
take.
year.
I mean, the teams that are good, there's such a disparity between I mean, the top five teams. I mean, there's a 3.5 games difference between the Vegas Aces and the Mercury. There's a big disparity between the good teams and the bad teams in the W for sure.
Yes,
And
huge.
somebody said somebody upset the first round. So which team was going to
That Jordan just said that he thinks that the Liberty are gonna. I mean, the Liberty. Which team
Yeah.
wants that?
which team will get upset? Which team will get upset?
None of them. Am I gonna get upset? None of the four.
Well, it's I mean it's so interesting because it's like Connecticut, New York. I mean,
And
dude,
that
these teams are
New York has the most likely chance, but they're not gonna get upset. What are you gonna say?
well, it's just the best of three though, the first round, right?
Works for
Yes, it
the
is.
opponent.
It, it works it works for the lower seed. So the chance is always there.
They're not gonna steal the first. The lower seed is not gonna steal the first game, huh?
I want to see Minnesota go against the Fever. I want to see Pitt go against Cheryl Reed.
For the player,
Yes, I know, right?
That'd be a great
Oh, that'd be the
battle.
best.
not if that matchup happens, I'm gonna go Indiana. But Fee is gonna guard Caitlin and kind of end that. Fee is gonna guard Caitlin. So
If she comes back with, if somebody on another line, is that you remember in the NBA when the Orlando Magic went to the finals against the Lakers? Kobe's first chip on the champ. Jameer Nelson was pretty much like the second best player. He forced himself back in that series because
Instead
he
of
wanted
Rafer Austin.
the chip. And Rayford Austin pretty much moved past him in regards to offense. And Rayford Austin was the to the spot. And I'm not saying that Jameer would saying that mentioned for Minnesota, there's not a guarantee that she can beat the field. She didn't play against Caitlin the first time that they beat him. You know what I'm saying? It could just be a momentum thing because I think the crowd is going to be a big factor when Indiana goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Spin that to cheer to see Caitlin beat Cheryl Reed, who pretty much screwed the Olympic thing and the Spanish work. She said, I think that would be a great first round. And Indiana State, the 6th seed, at least in the 6th seed.
right.
Bro, who's this guy? 6'8", bro. He's speaking just only facts, bro. This guy's the best.
I'm just going to say my personal preference. Anything I'm saying right now, I'm saying I feel Cheryl Reed needs to be serious.
No,
Yeah, not yet.
right.
I
But
think they,
it wouldn't be much of an away game either for the Fever if they go play the Minnesota Lynx because it's basically Kinnick North is what they call it. Caitlin's played at the Target Center throughout her collegiate career, and every time she's been
Right.
there,
That's true.
she's
Yeah.
adored them. So I think she would love that matchup for sure.
This is Trump is actually going to interrupt me.
Oh yeah, because it's there's so much. Well, we talk about the disparity between the top teams and the bad teams, but let's look at the fact that some of these bad teams like Indiana have definitely turned the corner around, and obviously Caitlin's the game slowed down for her where she's playing at her best level. It's gonna be interesting to see how she handles her first game back tomorrow night. But
Right.
assuming that she's still the same player that we saw before the break, she's a much more confident rookie guard. I would even argue, like ESPN had her, I think, what ranked number 15, I think, in that top 25 best players list, I think, something like that. And I think that's a very conservative rating for her because I think she's actually making an argument to be a top 10 player. She's not that far off in the top 10 point scoring list right now for the scoring leaders. So that's just telling us that, yeah, she's not going to get the 30 points like she did in college, but she's certainly showing that she can translate some of her success from college to the pros. So Indiana, they might be bad team, 11-15, but next year we're going to talk about them being a team that can flirt with the top teams. So
Or yeah,
Speaking of stuff that we're going to talk about, Mike just brought up some. Mike brought up. He said Caitlin will be better in the second half, and that's ironic because we're going to start a debate segment, and one of my first questions was what Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese, who do you think will have the better second half of the WNBA season? So let's start off with Rob. Let's start with you. So welcome back. Let's start with you.
yeah, so obviously we know Angel's going to get her double doubles all the time because she's just such a great player in the paint. She'll do her usual deed and she'll probably bump up her scoring statistics, but I think Caitlin Clark has a lot to prove because she's been working out in the gym with Aaliyah Boston. She's trying to get the weight. I think she gained 2 pounds since the start of the WNBA season before the break, and obviously it looks like she's definitely gained some muscle. I'm not saying miraculously, but it's obviously during this course of this break that she's been working out. She seems a lot more, shall we say, more jovial, which is great. I know you don't like seeing the fun in the practices, which Jay Boog gives you a lot of crap about, but I think honestly, seeing her kind of loose and just having fun, that's going to carry over to the court. I love that we're going to see a much better Caitlin Clark down the second half of the season.
yeah.
So I think she's going to have the best one in these last couple of games.
So Rob, you going Clark?
Yeah, I'm going with Caitlin.
Jordan, you going? Who are you going with?
I'm going with Caitlin Clark. I think not getting picked to the Olympic team gave her an opportunity. I think maybe it might be mental more than anything. Just having a mental break from the sort of whirlwind 6 months or so that she's had, having an opportunity to sort of recover mentally and physically. She was kind of on the upswing anyway, the last maybe like 7 games or so prior to the All-Star break anyway. So I anticipate a much probably smarter Caitlin. And I mean her shooting has been kind of below what was anticipated anyway. So it can only kind of go up from here. So I think we're gonna see almost a superstar level Caitlin Clark when she returns.
I think. Okay, if I could answer it, you said superstar level Caitlin. So okay, but
I said almost superstar level
is she
Caitlin.
not playing superstar level now?
She's an all-star right now.
So who would you call superstar?
Asia Wilson, Brianna
Okay,
Stewart,
high level. Then no, she's not playing.
Brianna Stewart,
She's not playing.
Nafisa Collier,
No, she's
Jewel.
not.
Jewel,
Well, yeah, she's not there yet. She's not
Kalia
there.
Copper.
Oh, Kalias.
Okay,
Oh, my
okay, yeah.
goodness.
King put Asia Wilson. Yeah, he put no Asia Wilson. I think I agree this year. I think next year the Fever will be right there. The AC and Liberty and Sun are most likely going to get a ring. Edna both said I would expect the Sky to pay more though. Cardoso and Reese should both show some stat increases. Not yet, but believe me, she is coming. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Babs, for sure. I believe that for sure. So she's not a superstar yet. Yeah, that's what you're saying. So okay, who will have a better second half, Clark or Reese? I'm gonna say Clark too, but I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna say Clark too, but I'm gonna argue Reese, for her behalf. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is if she gets if Angel were to average 20 points per game, she's having a better season than all 6 of the people that I mentioned.
Yeah.
And that's literally 6 points away. That's 3 more made layups. That's 3 more made jump shots. That's 6 more free throws. I think that's attainable. And if she averaging 20 and 12, 20 and 13, that's baby Asia Wilson numbers. That's all WNBA. So if she does that, obviously she is going to have a better second half because she doesn't have a turnover deficit. She doesn't have a turnover. But I mean, the question is, will she average 6 more points? I think she will, honestly. But I think Clark honestly is gonna see that too, and then is gonna be like, okay, let me average my 20. And I thought she's gonna average 20 and 10 to start the year, and she's at
8.
17 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's almost at 20 and 10. Like I think she's gonna be. So where you gonna say 6'8"? Oh, absolutely. It's a completely different team this year.
Mm.
they're pretty much going to so
Absolutely not. I disagree with that. It's a different team. It's a different team. Is it? If we I'm 6'8", I'm gonna let you finish, but it's a different team. That's like Kali Copper was on that team last year. She's on Phoenix. You understand? So it's like a different. The only person that's back from the Chicago Sky team was Dana Evans. It's like everybody. Teresa's new. Kennedy came from LA. Like everybody is new. Like it's a completely different team. Like they just drafted Angel. They just drafted Camilla. They traded for Mabrey from Dallas. So yeah, after they got our free agency or something like that, like everybody is like it's a brand new roster. But other than that, I would say I disagree. This is a completely different. Diamond DeShields also got traded. So like, this is
That's right.
different.
That's right. That's right.
So, but if Indiana had Kelsey who made All-Star last year, Erica who made All-Star before. Shout out to Erica Willard who been from Miami. Yeah, they have Leah Boston who made the All-Star team. She was an All-Star game starter last year. So like I would say Chicago is a lot less talented than Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So like, now you're adding in Angel. That's why I say her impact. Angel's impact is there. Huh? Blame that. I'm not the Indiana Fever's general manager. I'm not gonna say too much about that. But I'm not. Yeah.
Golden Gun, where you at?
It is special. Double doubles are special. Oh, for sure. Andrew Reese. Andrew Reese leading the league in rebounding. Who's leading the league in rebounding?
Isn't Asia?
Asia averaging 12.0.
He's talking about half a point. He's talking about half. Okay, let's
Point
after
one.
tonight. Let's see tonight. Okay, I'm saying that after tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about half. He's talking about like a percentage point.
Yeah.
It's by half a point. She is. She should get the unanimous MVP vote. Absolutely agree with that. After tonight, she's not going to be leading the league in rebounds. Because Angel Reese is playing. So she's playing against Brittany Griner. The last time they played against Phoenix, she did well. Actually, let's pull that status. Let's pull that up. I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Where's that boy?
I don't hear you. Say that again. That's a great question because she was at one point. She was
leading at one point.
And I'm thinking about this Phoenix game, but yeah. So what are you gonna say, Jordan?
Well, I think just to back up for 1 second, I think that Caitlin Clark doesn't necessarily need to add more assists. If she could just cut down on her turnovers, that alone might just bump her up to superstar stat. Like it literally might be that simple, you
Makes
know.
sense.
But Asia Wilson has has played in 24 games, as has
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. So I think she only has 2 more rebounds than her.
So that's what I'm saying.
Jared is 4 and
No.
More.
That's not good. Why? That's not good. It's bad when you're averaging 5 assists. Like she's not her assisted turnover rate, and you making it seem like I'm not a CC fan, like or fan whatever. But it's like that's her. She needs to get her assisted turnover rate. Her no, okay. I think she's a great player, so I'm not gonna hold her to some substandard record or like performance. She should get her assisted turnover ratio to at least that minimum a 2-to-1. Now, if she can get it to a 3-to-1 as a point guard, that's the pinnacle of like point guard play is a 3-to-1 assisted turnover ratio. But if she can get it to a 2-to-1, I'm good with that. But a 1-to-1, which she's at right now, that's not you got 4 turnovers. That's not good. It's not good enough. Because her turnovers cost it puts them in games that they don't have to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're giving the ball away, you know what I'm saying? She's had games with 10 turnovers. Come on, like she's talked about this herself too. So I'm not. I'd love to talk to her about that as well. But a low turnover rate. That yeah. If she fine. How about this? If she's averaging 4 or 5 turns and she's averaging 15 assists, I'm good with that, right? Or she's averaging 12 assists, I'm good with that, right? But like you can't average 4 or 5 turns with 8 assists, 9 assists. That's not good. You have to. She got to average at least double digit assists with 4 turnovers at least. Is she better than Tarasi or not? Because I said she's better. So if are we comparing her to somebody she's better than or worse than? Huh? So I'm happy you asked that question. So to preface this question, Diana Taurasi is one of the 3 or 4 greatest players of basketball all time for women's basketball. I don't think that, and she's had one of the most accomplished careers. She's never she. I'm talking about all time. Caitlin Clark is not a better player than Taurasi all time. However, Caitlin Clark as of what is today? August
2024.
15, August 15, 2024. Caitlin Clark is better than Diana
Yeah,
Taurasi right
she
now, and
is.
I've been
Yeah.
saying that since
Okay.
I said that since before she took a dribble in the WNBA. So like I didn't need to see her play a game to tell me that.
for way to who she is. She not turn said some of the players in history
That's true. But their assisted turnovers are better.
she's a absolutely she's only
I agree. But she
to she something that she even herself is that sometimes
Yep.
she she plays there.
let me
I think that's true. I
Let me.
think that's true, but I think it balances out because a lot of times she dribbles into the paint and gets herself in trouble and then has to like dump it off to Aaliyah for like a bailout, super contested 5-footer or something. So that's pretty much a turnover. But even during the All-Star game, she was making some passes that weren't being handled super well either. And I think part of being a great passer is also finding out what can your teammates actually catch. So I think that her turnovers are going to go down in the second half simply because she's had more experience with her teammates as well.
So
Great.
let
Yeah.
me, and if I could, so, and I'll let you go, Rob. I'm gonna just add these in. So 6'8", she's averaging 5.6 turnovers a game. That's not good. 5 point is not a turnover a quarter. She's averaging almost 6 turns a game. That's not good. And just to also say this, 99 of her turnovers were bad passes. 29 were lost balls, like meaning her teammates dropped the ball. 29 lost balls, fifth, 99 bad passes. So just keep that just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. So just we go to numbers. I like the numbers. So yeah, she needs to. She again. I'm good. I'm not good with the turns. She needs to get a higher assist to turnover ratio. And then Rob, what we hold? You could hold on. You could get your retort, Rob. What were you gonna say?
No, I agree with you guys about her needing to reduce her turnovers. I think most of it's also ballooned by the fact that in her first game, she had like the most turnovers ever, I think, for a rookie player. So that statistic might have been blown up a lot too. But I'll admit, like when I watch her play, I don't think of her as a point guard. I kind of think of her as a quarterback in the football field. And a lot of these gunslinger quarterbacks over the years, like a Brett Favre or even like Tom Brady during his rookie year, they would throw these passes that would look spectacular. And guess what? It's a pick six or it's an interception for the other team. And I'm not dissing Caitlin when I say sometimes I think she tries to be an entertainer. She tries to make those passes that will be like ESPN Sports Center quality, and it ends up, eggs in her face that will end up costing her and her team in the end. Because like that Dallas game, they should have absolutely beat the Dallas Wings, and some of the fault can actually go
Yes,
on Caitlin. Like I was questioning some of her passes towards the end of the game. I'm thinking you don't have to
she
overthink
had a
it.
turnover late. And that's true. You're right, Rob. She had a big turnover late that
That's
cost
right.
them the game. You're right, and she talked about that at the end before she went to
Yeah.
Phoenix for All Star. She talked about that. She's like,
Yep.
oh, the
Yep.
turnover. I'm like, come on now, we gotta get it. That's what I want to see him working on in practice, not popping no freaking balloons. Work on her ball control, on her
I'm sure they
playing in a
did.
double team. No, are you sure they did that? Are you sure they did that? I'm not sure that they did
I don't
that.
think so. I don't
I
think
don't
they
think so either.
do.
But
I would have been having her. You know what? Y'all almost made me cursing a lot. I would have her running. Okay, look, go run against a double team at practice. All practice, like we have got to cut that. I don't mind her taking the risk. That's not the issue. There are times she like you said, sometimes it's errant passes. So what? Like I'm good with that. Like her throwing to advance the ball for an outlet, they got to be ready to catch the ball. I'm good with that. It's when they, like you said, Jordan, she's trying to overpass. Sometimes, and a lot of it in the beginning of the season came from her overpassing.
mhm.
Sometimes it's coming from her trying to create. I want her to stay aggressive. I want her to play her game, but she has got. Look, if she's gonna average 5 or 6 turnovers, then we just gotta get to 13, 14 assists with a 20 piece, and just shut y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you got 6 turns with 14 assists, that's you just so what? So that's not bad. But
I would
if
argue
you're not 14, then you gotta cut. You can't get to 6 turnovers a game. That's too much. What are you gonna say, Rob?
she needs to shoot the ball more, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, there's times where I've seen her have
Yeah,
the
I
look,
agree. Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Agreed.
why
Yep.
are you passing it? Just,
Yep.
just you beat, not just play FIBA
Yeah.
ball, just play
Yep.
common sense ball.
Yeah. Yeah. She has a lot of opportunities, man. She gives up a lot of open shots.
Just
Yep.
do it.
I think she's trying to convert more,
But she shouldn't
but
do that all the time.
that's why I think she's good as a point guard. What
Oh,
are you gonna
she's
say? 6 foot 8? I think she's good. That ain't good. Oh, ain't nobody here say that. Ain't nobody here say that.
Right. 91. Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. That part I agree with. Yeah. It's because of who she is that they
Yep.
put so much extra on her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, that's well, no, I disagree with that. Mike, I also it's funny that you say that again. Mike said that he's excited about these games tonight, and that's fun. The next question I was going to ask you guys, so for our debate was, all right, so the Chicago Sky are leading the WNBA in rebounding. Phoenix Mercury, everybody's off of their Olympic break. Which team has the bigger advantage in their matchup? Chicago's interior dominance or Phoenix's momentum having their Olympians return back?
I think
Probably the
Phoenix.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the continuous playing during this downtime. Um, they're just probably going to be, I mean, people always talk about coming back from playing in the Olympics, how challenging it is, how physical it is, and how it, even though you didn't get a break, there's no drop off for when you return to professional performance. So I anticipate Phoenix coming out pretty strong.
Oh, okay. So I didn't. Okay, Rob, I'm gonna fly. I didn't know if you had something or 6 foot 8. If you had something, it sounded like I wanted to go at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I like the play of Kalia Copper. She's just kind of had her breakthrough season
Open.
this year, and honestly, we were said this in the last episode. If it wasn't for her great play down the stretch, Team USA would not have
Yeah.
beat for the gold. So she comes in with a lot of momentum. She's got a chip on her shoulder, and when somebody of her caliber just feels like everyone's kind of against her, even though I'm not, a lot of people are, but in her mind, she thinks everyone's against her. She just has this mental fortitude that she's just going to own and dominate on the hardwood court. She's second in the league in points per game, so I look for that to be a great counter to what Angel Reese does on the defensive side of the game tonight.
And then if I could go on that, I'll let you go 6 foot 8. I think the problem also, Mike, it's funny you put that. The problem is the new roster. It's not a problem, so be it. But they're importing new players on this team, and they're going
Sure.
against another team that has a lot of players that have a lot of continuity.
Right.
3 of them were on the Olympic team. They get to
Right.
play with each other, and
That's right.
they were already good before. So yeah, I mean that's a great point though. You have Rachel Banham who is coming on for her new game, Mariah Jefferson as well. And then you also have Lindsay Allen, who's still new. The good thing, though, for Chicago is they're getting Chennedy Carter off ball. So she'll be able to just focus on scoring, which is why I asked the question, do you think she's their best player? because I mean the numbers can kind of validate that she kind of is, even though Angel Reese is the most popular. But I feel like Angel Reese is the most impactful player and is their best player, honestly. So I feel like she's right there, but it'll help Kennedy really thrive in a role to where she could just average 20, 25 points per game if she really needs to for that team to win. Because she won't have to think about trying to pass the ball. They have other players for that. What are you gonna say, 6'8"? Kennedy is possibly out for injury. Let's see. Speaking of Kennedy, let me ask y'all this because I just kind of saw this from. She was upset about the ESPN top 25 list. So do you feel like she? So this is what she said: How I average less minutes and stats in the top 3 in the league, but I'm at the bottom of this. But I'm at the bottom. This isn't adding up. The hate is so obvious. Field goal percentage as well. So they have Kelsey. So some of the guards include. So it's Kelsey Mitchell, Alicia Gray. So Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Caleb McBride, Caitlin Clark, Rickea Ogunbowale, Kelsey Plum, Kylie Copper. Come on, Kennedy, don't do that.
I
Sabrina,
mean, that's kind of where she should be,
that's a
somewhere around there.
yeah. She might be. Is she better than Kelsey Mitchell? Is Chennedy Carter better than Kelsey Mitchell? That's a real question. That's a serious real. Is she better than that's because I mean like is she better than Alicia Gray? Maybe? You know, maybe you could mix around the 3 of them. This list, but she's not better than Ryan Howard, huh? She's not better than Ryan Howard. Say it again.
I'm saying that Kelsey can shoot you. She can shoot you.
Right.
They say some Carter is correct. She's having a stellar season, averaging 17 a game, and I mean, I think it might be because of Caitlin Clark. So
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
absolutely
who
because of
knows?
Caitlin.
Because I don't know why. Like, I mean, yeah, because this is again, there's some accomplished names that at that guard position.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe Ryan Howard, I mean, Alicia Gray, you got a case, but I don't think you're better than Alicia Gray, honestly. But Kelsey Mitchell, maybe. Like that's a real serious question if she is better than. I mean, and it's not that Chennedy Carter is a bad player. It's just they got some great players in the WNBA.
It's very
This is a great Caleb McBride. I mean, I don't know if I put her at 20 if that's what her gripe is, you know. But she's also a really great player. So it's like, you know, I don't know what she was upset about. Like seriously,
I mean, where does
attitude doesn't run her game.
where does she think she should be? Like
ahead of Caitlin, probably.
Oh my
1
god.
second on the shot clock. Tie score. Would you rather have Angel Reese 3 seconds? Yeah, what's wrong with having her with 3 feet out with the ball? I don't get it. Let me see. I saw it on WNBA. This is more okay. Let's see some of these. Kennedy has started. I didn't see Carter, so I started looking for that. I didn't see it. Let's see some more of these messages. Caitlin Clark for the. I'd rather have. Would you rather have somebody put? Would you rather have Angel Reese? Okay, 1 second on the clock. Well, I'm not gonna put tie score. I would rather have. Okay, so let's do this. 1 second on the clock. You're down point. You're down by 1 point, and then if you're gonna use Caitlin Clark, you're down by 2 points. Would you rather have Angel Reese 3 feet out from the basket from 3 feet out, or would you rather have Caitlin Clark from 3?
Caitlin.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably have Angel.
I
like
Angel. Yeah.
Well, I've seen
Andrew.
what Caitlin's done in college. I know it's different from the pros, but I think when it comes to the big moments, which Angel has done with winning the national championship in 2023, but I think Caitlin just has this ability when it comes down to game time and her confidence is high. And even if they're down, she's built for those moments. And like I said earlier, I like that she can play, pass the ball. And that's what she said, in her book, um, throughout her career in high school and in college. She likes to be a playmaker. And when the spotlight's on her to come through with that game winning shot, she's made for that. So I would trust her for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 feet away from them. So the comments are saying CC. Ja Wick put I'll take CC. I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
Mike put Caitlin from 3. Babs put Caitlin. I mean, am I crazy? I will pick the one that's 2 feet away. Caitlin,
Pick the one that's 2 feet away. Yeah.
AR
Bro,
hit or
Did you
miss.
say 3 seconds, bro? 3 seconds, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Angel
thinking
Reese can get like 3 rebounds and 2
that's a
points in
good
3
point,
seconds.
Jordan. Angel Reese can get like 3 rebounds. That's serious though. So if she misses, she could get 2 or 3 rebounds. That's a great point. Yeah, I'm rolling with Reese
She
on
might
that.
miss it, but she'll get it and do it again.
Yeah, and then do it again. She'll probably draw a foul, most likely.
Yeah.
If you're down by 1 or 2 points, you're gonna get a free throw. What are you gonna say? 6 for 8. 3 seconds. You got 3 seconds left on the clock for both shooters. If you're
Force it. Shoot it. Force it.
no, I said 3 seconds. Wait.
Force.
Yeah. So if I could, I don't know about that, but if I could, let me put Vintage 8 puts. Everybody's in the comments putting CC. Vintage 8 put CC. So we got about 4 people. 4 people put they would rather have Caitlin Clark 3 than an Angel Reese layup for a game winner. I'm definitely gonna pick the layup. I mean, I'd rather see a 3, but I'm gonna pick the game winning layup versus the game winning 3-point winner. That's
Yeah. Right.
yeah. The
We might.
percentages played in the.
But
I'm walking away with a win.
we might get to
Angel
see this
Reese and the layup is a win.
we might get to see this come in for fruition when they have their rematch later this month. So that should be something because that basically is a scenario that played out, I think, on
Truck
June
driver
twenty
cannot
third.
take the layup.
So no, I'm saying on August 30th we might just see a
Shit.
repeat.
I mean,
the realization of the question.
you don't see a bully like. Nah, it's a 3. No, ain't no. You can't. It's an Angel Reese layup, Mike, or a Caitlin Clark 3. Angel Reese layup, Caitlin Clark 3. Both of them had 3 seconds. If you're taking the 3, you're down by 2. If you're taking the layup, you're down by 1. How many attempts does Reese get? You can get as many as you need to. Truck driver said he's taking Reese. So Jordan, we got somebody picking Reese. Tony Toledo said, how many attempts does Reese get? You already know how many attempts you're gonna get. As many as it needs to take to get in. As many as she needs to. Bab says, I'm still taking the 3. Tony Toledo says he's taking Clark. 3 seconds left. Angel can get a shot, but I thought it was only 1. Not Josh. 3 seconds. So she has a second jump. She has a good second jump. She could boom and boom. If I have 3 seconds, I could drop. Not. Why should you give AR extra attempts? Because she's going to get extra attempts. It's not about extra attempts. It's about distance shooting versus a layup. Which one are you going to take for a win? Of the distance 3 or the layup? The question is 3 seconds. No, the question was 3 seconds, not 1 question. We have it in text. You don't have to ask me if it was 1 second. It was in 3 seconds. You put 3 seconds on the clock. But yeah, I'm taking the layup. That's a good question. Shout out to the live. Put that in the live. Put that in the live. Love these would you rathers. Angel Reese layup. She's not a regular individual. It's a generational superstar. Angel Reese layup. That may mean it comes with that comes with if it's missed, it comes with another putback, and it comes with a lay. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's an Angel Reese layup. Ain't the Reese way, a Reese's Pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's her.
Well,
That's her. That's how she. That's her signature move now. Like, so be it. That and that full court layup, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna send two at her from 40. You don't have to make this over from 4. I'm sending 2 or 3 at you. Yeah, for sure. That's why we taking the lane. I'm throwing the first thing I'm doing is throwing a lob out of bounds to the rim straight to Angel. Lob out of bounds, like just a simple lob out of bounds, so it don't take no time off the clock. Then I'm gonna have her attempt the lob, so it can take like a small amount of time off the clock. Then I'm gonna have her grab the rebound if she misses it, and then she gonna put it. You already know what she gonna do. Clear put. That's the you want me to how many y'all do y'all want me to put a compilation together how of what she's done in 3 seconds? Let that's no. She's gonna get as soon as the ball doesn't start until it leaves her finger. So as soon as she gets the ball, that's when it starts the first clock. So she's gonna get the ball and shoot it. If she misses, she would land back in the next second and rebound and then lay it up. She could do it. That's another thing. Like, bro, there's so many. Thank you. That is my point. In a so let me if I could, Clea put CC is sketchy. I'm taking AR. Babs practices those moments. Still taking Caitlin. Vintage put time would run out. She's gonna miss. Tony Toledo put she'll get a shot blocked. Exactly, host. Thank you. I appreciate it. Over the rim to the other side. Who's she playing against? Getting blocked. That's funny. I don't know about that. I mean, it could get blocked. Who knows? But if it gets blocked, I got faith that she gonna come back with it. Come back with it and get this work in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Chennedy Carter is out tonight due to a non-COVID illness. So thank you for that. So no Chennedy Carter. The Phoenix got a bigger matchup. That's tough for y'all, man. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, Phoenix about to win. Phoenix, Collier Copper, who gonna guard Collier? She gonna go off. It's one person. What you want her to score 50? How you gonna like? And even 50 is not gonna get it done. Yeah, everybody's playing them. They should be playing.
Yeah.
I don't see why they're not playing. They should be playing. They should be. I mean, them. They serious. They serious. They got Brittany Griner as the 5th best player in 2K. What you? She not the 5th best player in 2K?
No way, man. No way.
Wait, I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying that's where they got her at. They got the 5th best player in NBA 2K right now. To 5th best, behind Thomas, who's the 4th best. That's for y'all to. I'm gonna let y'all pick. Kind of figure that one out. We're gonna do this over under right quick. Angel Reese over under 15-point double against Brittany Griner. Over under 15-point double. Angel Reese over under
So she needs the 15 points and the double double.
and the double.
I'm gonna go under. She'll get the double double, but 15. Dude, she averages less than 15. You know.
She averages 13. This is the beginning of her averaging 20 and 12 to end the year. What are you gonna say? Who got one? Rob 6'8". What y'all got? I got over. Obviously, y'all talking. I think she's gonna start her streak. She rested. She gonna get a 20 double. 13. Tony Toledo put 13 and 11. What are you gonna say? She's going over. She's going over 15 in the first half. Believe that. She's going over 15 in the first half. I don't know why. This is their rookie. This is over, bro. That when Caitlin was scoring 20 a game and not like they're redefining the game now. They're in the redefining stages of the career. Like they're over the part. When she was putting up 7 and 11 and like 10 and 11, you see what she did. Like she put up 25 and 16. Before the break, she was playing on like 20 and 10. That chapter is done. They're gonna be putting up monsters numbers. Who are you gonna say? Both of them. They both well rested. Let them get a game or two to get back into the swing of things. But they're gonna put up big numbers. 6'8". What you got? Yeah. Over or under? Collier Copper, 25. 25 points. Over under. Really good for you. What? Oh, good.
I think
Good. So we
over.
got.
So I think over because she averages 23, so she's almost there. And first game back, she's been playing, so I could see her just coming out and just dominating against people that have been off for a couple weeks.
I'm gonna go under for the simple fact, not because she's not talented. She just got back from Paris like 2 or 3 days, and if she ain't got traveler's disease or travelers, she gonna be
Traveler's
on them.
disease.
Okay, y'all. Okay, if you laughing, you know what that is. Y'all laughing, y'all know what that is. So she gonna be, she gonna be enjoying that for a little bit. So I'm gonna just like, I'm not gonna expect her to put up 20 or 30 points this game. Maybe next game or two, but she's gonna get acclimated back to the States. Like, and Kennedy not playing, so she's just gonna she's gonna ease up. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Were you gonna say 6'8"? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The home team is the Chicago Sky. I believe the Chicago Sky are at home. Yeah, Chicago Sky are at home. Who is the over under first, and then you can get it. Colleen over under 25, and then you could go into what you're saying. Who would you? Is she going over or under 25 points? All right, now what are you gonna say? Who's being disrespected? Who you said was being disrespected? Cardoso? She starts though. What do you want her to do? What do you mean by that? Because she's starting. She's their starting center. So what are you looking for her?
Who's disrespecting her?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's disrespecting Camille? What do you mean by that?
No, she's not. To me, she's not living up to the expectation of her being, being number 3 because, Sky had 2 picks and 17 picks were 2 of them. And so,
With the two of them, with Reese and Cardoso, they're great. They play great together. So the thing, I'll tell you this though, she needs to shoot the ball more. So let's pull up her stat line. That's a good question. So let's pull up her stat line. We can pull up her stat line. So she's almost averaging a double this year, which is incredible. She does. She has gotten into so in some games she's gotten into foul trouble. So that's a part of it. But a lot of the games it's not that. But some of the early on for sure, she did get into a lot of foul trouble and they had to take her out. Yes, that happened. And remember, she came back from her shoulder injury. But again, they all started playing. Like I said, they all started playing better late. But the thing with her is she has to shoot the ball more. she needs to shoot the ball more. Like it just she needs to shoot at least 5 to 10 times a night. I mean, I would say at least 10 times a night because again, she's almost averaging a double-double. This is insane. She's averaging 8 points and almost 8 rebounds. And this is in limited, like you said, she's playing 30 and 40 minutes. It's not bad. So she just needs to shoot the ball when she's in the game more. And obviously a lot of them, they need to get their field goal percentage well. They're all shooting sub 50%, which isn't good for bigs. They need to get to 60. And then they're also shooting 62%, which they can get better from the free throw line. So it's really about her just shooting more, making her shots more when she gets it. But yeah, she was playing 26 minutes early because her fouls were kind of constantly plaguing her. But now she's playing much better in the paint, and now she's having the ability to play for longer periods of stretches. Yeah, the last few games she's been playing really great. So she put up 6 and 8, but again, she's shooting 50%, so she needs to shoot the ball more. So she looked out of sorts at times. Hopefully she feels more comfortable. Yeah, I mean, but a good point guard will do that as well. If they had a better point guard, if they had a Paige Beckers on that team, they'd be great. If Paige was on that team, they'd be good. All right. Over under this one, I thought Jordan is going to be here, but he will let us know. Diana Taurasi will score over 15 points tonight. Over or under 15 points.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm gonna go under. Dude, I don't know, man.
Taurasi.
Dude, I sound like such a Taurasi hater, but I mean, she's just she's just she's just old now, and there's just something about being proven right in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I knew she was gonna be not a great addition on the Olympic team, and every single game, I think she had a Olympic high, like what was it, like 2 points or something. I think she had more fouls than points for the whole tournament, more turnovers than points or something too. So yeah, no, I think she's gonna have less than 15 tonight.
I think she's gonna score more than 15. Where are you gonna? I think so. For the record, I think Diana Taurasi will go over 15 tonight. And D, if you're watching this, that ain't me that's saying all of that. I think you should have been on the team. Obviously, I just wish you were featured more. I wish you and Caitlin were playing on the team together. She would have got some easy shots.
Dude, I love Taurasi, man, but
she would have got some easy layups. There would have been no way she would have been walking away with 2 points a game. She would have been taking easy threes, easy layups. What were you gonna say, Jordan? You love Taurasi?
I love Taurasi. I've been following her for 20 years, but when your time has come, it's come, man.
All the time. Average 16. That's
Dude.
why I put up her averages, because I mean, you think she just aged over the summer?
I mean, the Olympic competition isn't. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's so interesting because I'd like to revisit a lot of the comments and a lot of the conversations we had prior to the Olympics, because we were like, man, it's so like physical and Caitlin couldn't handle it. It's like, I don't know how physical it was really, like it wasn't physical at all. We were so much better than everybody else. I couldn't even name more than 4 or 5 people on every single team, and Taurasi somehow still managed to average less than 1 point per game. Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. Exactly.
What? So do you think she's gonna go? Taurasi's gonna go over 15 tonight?
She'll go under.
She'll go under. Okay, cool. So all right. So we got 2 unders. Okay, good. All right. I want to say this. All right. Last one. Actually, we'll call this our last one. Rickea Jackson, over or under 20 points tonight against the New York Liberty.
Tell me that game come on. Mercury and stuff.
That comes on at 7. Actually, let me go see. They should have pregame right now. Where? It's at 8. The game is at 8 o'clock. I'll be live stream. Jordan, I think you're gonna be on a live stream. I'm gonna go grab.
Yeah.
Later. be on the
Yeah,
live
I'll
stream.
be here.
Yeah, we're gonna be live streaming during the game, and I'm gonna be doing pregame. I mean, let me see. Actually, they probably got sound from the game right now. Let's see if they got some sound. Let's see if they got sound. Yep, she already did pregame with Las Vegas. I'm gonna take that sound too. I'm gonna need that. Put that in the bag, in the Duffy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna need that sound. Absolutely, I'm gonna need that. I don't know if y'all saw. Okay, actually, so Rickea Jackson, 20 points over under tonight. New York Liberty, Rickea Jackson. I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna go over. They need her to thrive. The same reason, like I said, traveler's disease. Rob said the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. These
Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge. Rickea's coming. De'Erica's coming back. You know, so she'll be coming back. So she's gonna be out of it. She's been dealing with the kids in Paris. Her mind is not on basketball right now. She coming back. Kurt Miller's coming back. They on the Lakers. I mean, they on the Sparks mentality roster, etc. But I think Rickea is gonna have to be aggressive, especially in the second half. If the Los Angeles Sparks want to take over and dominate, and I think she will. But Montezuma's revenge. Learn something. Google it. Google it. That's a real
20,
thing. That's a real
man,
thing.
20's a lot. 20's a lot for Rickea.
Wait, what's Rickea putting up? She putting up almost 16, 13
She's
a
putting
game?
up 11.
11. Nah. Let's look up the last month. Let's look up the last month. We gotta look up that last month total. She was hooping in that last few months. She put up a career high against Dallas, 23. See, I'll share some of these stats. She put up a career high against that because I was there. I saw the career high. So she had a career high 23 against Dallas in a win. Then they lost against Seattle before the break. Seattle is obviously a tough team. But before that, she had another 20-point performance against Phoenix.
Okay.
So I think
Okay, keep scrolling down now.
now that was in the first part of her rookie year. This is the first part of her rookie year. So I'm not gonna hold her too accountable to that. So I believe Jordan. I think she'll do it. I'm gonna go over. So apparently you're going under. Rickea Jackson under. So who's
20's a lot of points.
leading scorer? Who's gonna be their leading scorer if she's not doing it?
It'll probably her, but they're just gonna lose by a lot, and she just won't get to 20 points.
Rob, what you got? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Rob.
You're muted, Rob.
The microphone is muted. You are not heard. I'm
Yes.
playing. Hey, we hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
They drinking that New York water too, so you know it's gonna hit them.
That's sewer water. It's suey.
It's going.
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach, bro. That rocks you. All right. Other than that, I wanted to go into today's. So this happened today in the WNBA. I thought that this was this happened in the WNBA today. So August 15th, 2010, Tina Charles broke the record for most double-doubles and rebounds in a single season. Lauren Jackson posted her 5,000th career point, becoming the 5th WNBA player in history to do that. Shamik Holdsclaw was the
Points
first
and rebounds.
in league in scoring and rebounding in a single season. Correct. In a single season, yes. Angel Reese is not going to get there, but she will be close. But Asia Wilson is about to redefine that this year. Asia Wilson is actually about to redefine that this year. Funny enough. She's going to do that. She's going to lead the league at a scoring clip highest before and the points highest before. Yeah. Good for her. Other than that, we're gonna actually wrap up. We're gonna get into our ending monologues for the day. We're gonna be back on Saturday at 1 p.m. for y'all. Saturday at 1 p.m. I'll make sure I post that everywhere. But we'll be out Saturday 1 p.m. And I'm actually Jordan. You coming back on the live stream? We're gonna be live streaming today.
Yeah.
Rob, if you're welcome to join. But we're
Yeah.
gonna be live streaming today. During the game or during the games, we're gonna be on. So I'm watching Angel Reese 8 o'clock. So we'll be locked in, tapped in on that. Amen. Amen. That's nice. Jordan, you got any closing thoughts?
I do. So I I wasn't on the last time you guys kind of did a recap for the Olympic Games. So I wanted to talk about that. How I am so happy with the outcome of the 2024 women's final game. Like the United States won, but by only 1 point. Okay, because I believe that if the United States won by like 45 points and dominated every single game by 45 points,
Hmm.
I think that women's basketball in the Olympics would be at greater risk of being removed from the Olympics in the future
Why?
because in a vacuum, let's say there's a sport where one country wins the gold medal every single year for the last 28 years, like that they would remove that from the Olympic Games. It's been done before, like in 2008 it was widely speculated that softball was removed from and it was removed from the 2012 and I think 16 games because of the dominance of the American team, like Jenny Finch. They were beating them by so many points in softball that they removed it from the Olympics and
To bring
put
it back.
golf in its
That's
place.
funny. That's to bring it
Yeah.
back to
So
2000.
it's not it's not a global competition, and but I'm happy that the United States won gold, and they won it by the slimmest of margins because it shows the growth of the game. I'm still happy that the US got the gold medal, but it would deprive us of discussions of Diana versus Caitlin. We wouldn't be having these Arike campaigns, the injustice for Arike, so it's just I'm glad, entirely happy with the outcome of the Olympics.
Me and you both. And funny, if I could just, so my closing thought is this: what Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have been doing for the league is amazing. We have players that are excited. We have people that are excited to watch WNBA or to play WNBA 2K. I think it's great. We have just a new wave of excitement in the WNBA. I call the two of them the leaders of the new school. And then we have Juju, who's going to take the torch from them and just kind of take it a step further. But yeah, I just think it's great. And then like they're becoming household names, and I just think it's a great thing to see before our eyes. And I'm happy that each of them in their own fan bases are they're able to enjoy these players in their own rights. 6 for 8, you got closing thoughts. We're gonna wrap up, and then I'm gonna eat this. You can come back to this live stream.
I wish W2K or the 2K5 this year was actually just they had a woman on it versus just men and women. I think the women deserve to have that cover by themselves, but that's pretty much it.
All right, y'all. So with that being said, that's episode 16. We'll be back, and I'll get back to you later.
Take it.